All right, Shalom. One of our praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to my apostle, elders, great millstone, and rule well. Peace and salutation, all the I can pushing this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother, Tazama the Bar, coming back through the spirit and power, YAHWAH, BAHASHAM, and through the spirit, I want to do a real brief lesson. Just going into like the scriptures say, the beast should hate the whore, which how the Lord is putting a spirit on these Iranians and these other nations to actually gradually start hating the Western hegemony, which is what America, man. Which is America. You're gradually seeing a lot of the nations starting to hate the Western hegemony because they know that the Western hegemony, which is Babylon the Great, is ruled by them Amaleks, which is them tiny tops, the you wish people, man. Everybody see it, man. It's plain as day. It's plain as day that everybody see that the tiny tops are controlling your Western media. They're controlling your lobbyists. It's lobbyists. Your politics. Your president. Everybody's compromised by the small hats, man. And it's too much information out there for you not to know that. So what you think all these other nations doing? They about to gradually start falling away from Babylon the Great, which that's Bible prophecy, man. So before I play this clip, this is a copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. I'm not using this clip for any monetary gain. I'm using this for educational purposes only.
European or Arab country wants access to the Strait of Hormuz, then all they have to do is expel the ambassadors from the United States and Israel. In a statement on state TV, the IRGC is saying that while Trump essentially is considering taking over the Strait of Hormuz, where 20% of the world's oil passes through, any other country can get access. They just have to expel those two ambassadors. Now it comes as Donald Trump is still looking for this off-ramp, saying that the war is going to end very soon, saying that he's essentially achieved victory in many respects. He's trying to move on from the war. Now, bombing is still happening, and Iran has elected a new supreme leader. But it seems as though the new supreme leader and the IRGC generally has not changed in terms of anything when it comes to the country or relations with the US or Israel. So Trump may want an off-ramp, but it's not like he has actually changed much over the past 10 days. Follow along for more. We have some.
Basically, man, the Iranians is saying y'all gonna have to stop dealing with America and Israel, which that's gonna gradually take place because a lot of the economies is gonna start going down dealing with the Strait of Hormuz, man. Because while that's all the oil shipments, all the energy deals and stuff like that is passing through, they're saying you won't be able to pass through. Why? Because that's basically in Iran's territory. And they already talking about the Iranians already got bombs and things like that that's under the sea. If they want to basically play around and as they say, fuck around and find out, they're gonna see, man. Especially America. And Trump's talking all big and tough, but at the end of the day, we already see who's actually losing this war, man. Everybody see that the West is losing this war. That's why you're hearing about America and Israel might do a pocket nuke in Iran, which something major can take place. We don't know, man, but this is all the will of Yahawah BAHASHAM. We can clearly see something major is being brewed up. So something major has been brewed up through the spirit, but this is all the will of the Lord, man. But we can clearly see how the Lord is gradually putting that spirit of Bible prophecy out there as far as what the beast shall hate the whore, because the beast system is what your NATO and the EU nations, which is what the 10 nations, man. And they're gradually starting to hate America because you're already talking about Trump is about to get rid of Spain as far as in NATO and EU because they won't let them land in their airspace. He already talks a lot of shit about a lot of them NATO nations as far as they're not paying their dues. He said that in his last term, and he's saying that shit again, man. So what you think they're doing, man? They're gradually starting to hate the West, man, which they already hate the West. They don't agree. They don't agree with a lot of shit that America's doing because at the end of the day, it's actually crippling them and their economy, man, which is going to actually get worse, man. With the Strait of Hormuz being closed up, that's going to cripple a lot of the EU nations, the Eastern Asian, which is Moab and Japan and things like that. That's going to cripple everybody's economy, man, especially over here in the West, man. But hey, this is all the will of the Lord, man. This is all of the will of the Lord. So let's jump into a couple of scriptures. This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. And it says, and he said unto verse 15, we'll start at verse 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And that's America, man. Because America is in the position of rulership. America has that dominance over the world. It has its embassies in all these various countries where that petrodollar is, with that Rockefeller Central Bank Federal Reserve debt note is, man. So it's sitting over many waters, man. It's in control. America's in control, man. And it says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. And that 10 horns represent what the EU and the NATO nations, man. And that's what you're gradually starting to see. You're already saying the Iranians saying y'all going to have to let them go. Y'all going to have to expel them out of your countries, or you won't be able to, pass through the Strait of Hormuz, man. That's the times we're coming into, man. You're going to have to get down and lay down. And it says, and shall make the whore, and it shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn it with fire. Because that the Lord's going to put the spirit on these other nations to shoot missiles on America, man. The Lord's going to put the spirit on the other nations when shit getting bad, when it's anarchy and chaos, when they implement the RFID chip, because they gradually, see what they're doing, they're gradually letting the prices and shit shoot up high. This is what they want, so they can play it by ear, because they got the Operation Mockingbird all on the news station. Hey, this is a short game for a big outcome. That's what you're seeing. A lot of them say that. They're saying that on the news station, that propaganda machine, Operation Mockingbird at its finest. Because they understand that what's going on. They want all the prices of gas to go up. They want everything to go up in America and these various countries. So what? They can gradually usher in a global reset. This is all planned out. This has all been planned out. They want a gradual reset. This is a world, the World Economic Forum is talking about this for a long time. They said China has already had the blueprint how they want the Western nation to be. So if they want America to be like this, what they gotta do? They gotta reset it. With them resetting it, they got to have various things taking place, like crisis, major events with the Iranian, blaming on Iran as far as cyber attacks and things taking place in cities, and blaming on Iran and Russia and China. And at the same time, be ushering in a reset, crashing the markets and trying to bringing this digital identification, social credit system. This is what they're doing, man. They're gradually resetting the system. This is all strategically planned out, but this is all the will of the Lord, man. And before, after these various things take place, they're going to usher in what? The hour of temptation, which shall come upon all them that dwell upon earth. This is why we know this is going to affect everybody, not just the West. It's going to be a global affair, because the Bible says so, Revelation 3 and 10, man. But the Lord still, after this takes place, when the Esau, Edom has fullness and sufficiency, the Lord is going to do what, man? He's going to put him in straits, man. Because Esau, Edom think he's going to get everybody corralled up. He think everybody's going to get that chip. But the Lord's going to have him in straits. So let's keep going. It's Obadiah and jump down. Verse 7, it says, all the men in our confederacy have brought thee even to the border. All the men in our confederacy, all them that had the petrodollar, all them that took in the aid, took in all the wealth from America, because America goes in and do what? They take away their resource and they supply them with weaponry and the petrodollar and help and so-called help build their economy, and they got the military backing. All these other nations don't give a fuck about that. What they're going to do? They're going to turn on America. They're going to shoot missiles on this place, man, because that's Bible prophecy, man. It says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. Because why? They saying that America is the main one that's always backed by them. So what you think they're going to do? They're going to do the same thing. They're laying the snare for America, as America's been laying the snare for all these other nations, stealing their resources, setting up economic hitman, and all these various things have been thrown out since they've been in rulership. The Lord is putting a snare on Esau, man. And it says, and prevailed against thee, they that eat thy bread took the aid, got the military backing, all that stuff, helped build up their economies. Hey, that's what they've been doing. It says, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in him. And that's what you see the Lord's doing. That wound is being gradually being set up. That trap has been set where the Lord's putting the spirit on these other nations to let the ways of America go. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to shoot missiles on this place. They're going to shoot missiles on this place, man. That's Bible prophecy, man. All the other nations is going to turn on America, and that's coming soon. This is Job chapter 18 In verse 7, it says, the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. Straight means what? In a position of difficulty. His own counsel, all the nations that's been dealing with America, they're gonna cast him down. They're gonna turn on this place. They're gonna look at this place as a hindrance, and they're gonna do what, man? They're gonna start, going in the other direction. That means the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them to shoot missiles on this bitch. And that's what we can't wait to see, man. We can't wait to see that. We know it's a lot of other things with propaganda and the various other things that got to take place, but we understand that the talking points is already in the air. The talking points is already in the air where they're gonna gradually, set it up where they're gonna gradually let the ways of America go. Because a lot of nations they already don't want to do business with America. They see how Trump is talking. They damn sure don't want to do business with the tiny tops because they can't be trusted. So they see the roads is gonna lead to the fall of this place, man. It's Revelation chapter 18. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 3. It says, for all nations have drunk of her wine, and the wrath of her fornication. The wine took on the philosophies, took on the ways of this place. And that's what you see, man. And all the nations, they're drunk into the ways and philosophies of the democracy, man. That is imperialism through America. It says, and her kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, man. Took on that. They took on the customs of Babylon. It says, and the merchant of the earth are waxed rich through her abundance of delicacy, because all the nations got rich off America, that petrodollar. Took on that debt note. And it says, and I heard another voice from heaven come down. It says, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, that you receive not of her plagues. And that's the Lord. Basically, when the Lord comes back, he's only coming back for the elect of the nation of Israel, but also spiritually, the Lord, he's saying you gotta let go of the fashions of Babylon the Great, man. But physically, the Lord is gonna come back and redeem those from this destruction, man. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and YAHAWASHI have remembered her iniquities. And this is why you seeing America is going the way it's going. This is why you seeing America going out the way it's going, man. All the exposure, all the lies and the bullshit not working anymore, man. And the enchantments is not working as they once did, man. The Lord has made Esau bare, in which Esau's been bare. All the nations have looked at America as a gazing stock. You can read that in Nahum, the 3rd chapter. America is looked at as a gazing stock, man. It's a fucking embarrassment. It's a fucking joke. And it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works, man. And that's what, man, that slavery, the genocide that America have done to the Israelites, man. Hey, that's coming back unto Esau, unto double, man. 1,000 years of slavery, man. Because why? We still over here. We've been in this land over almost about 500 years, man. Since 1619, man. And even before that, man, you can't forget about the genocide of the Gadites, man. So the Lord ain't forgot about nothing the wickedness Esau have done, man. It says, in the cup which she had filled to her double, man. That slavery, the genocide, that's gonna be double, man. It says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. It's so much torment and sorrow give her, for she have said in her heart, I sit a queen, and I'm no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And that's the mindset of your everyday Edomite, man. Especially them red hats. Hey, them red coats that was back in the day. Hey, the red hats, man. They the red hats. They love their king, man. You got to read the history, man. They the same ones that's here today supporting their king, DJ Trump, man. The same ones, man. They feel like they'll see no sorrow. Now a lot of them, they switching ship because they see their damn king and switched up on him, which he's Nero in the flesh, man. Right back, man, in his lot. It says, therefore shall the players come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. And that's that thermonuclear destruction. That's what's coming, man. That's what's coming to the shores of America very, very soon. It says, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her, man, because America is long overdue, man. Long overdue. All the witchcraft and wickedness this place do, all the rituals and sacrifices and trafficking, all this shit, man. The Lord sees all of it, man. The scriptures say, man, that the sins have reached unto heaven. The Lord sees everything, man. It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously have her with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. And this is that when the Lord when they put the spirit on the nations to nuke this damn place, man. They're gonna lament and cry because while they was getting heavy, they was making money. They was living good, man. And like the elders and apostles always say, it will be televised. You best believe it, man. The destruction of America will be televised. It's gonna be a worldwide event. It says, standing afar off, a fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment come, man, because it's not going to take long. Hey, it don't take long for the missiles to get over here, man. The missiles, hey, man, them supersonic missiles, ain't going to take long for them to hit the shores of America, man. That's what's coming. That's what's coming to the shores of America, man. And you 2/3 ass niggas that still think this place is going to keep going the way it's going, hey, you out your rabbit ass mind, man. The Lord already has this place predestined for destruction, man. The Lord is putting the spirit on these other nations to forsake America, man, to let this place go, man. There's going to be more talks of them, telling all these nations that they need to separate themselves or they're going to be basically in the same position. You best believe it, man. Because you already see that you got Kim Jong-un saying, hey, if them tiny tots, if they try to do a pocket nuke on Iran, we're gonna supply them with we're gonna hit them with missiles, or they already talking about retaliating for the Iranians, man. Russia's already backing them, China's backing them, but we understand this is nothing but theater of war, man. Because you gotta understand. All these are key players of YAHAWASHI, man. All these kings upon the earth, man. They just doing the will of the Lord, man. Because as we reading the script, hey, these things is already played out in heaven, but it has to play out here on earth, man. So we're witnessing the fall of this man's empire, which is beautiful, man. Hey, beautiful times. But apparatus our Lord willing. This lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahawah. Just a quick lesson through the spirit and update of what the Iranians are saying, man, that if you want to travel through the Strait of Hormuz, you might want to let the tiny tops go and let this American system go, man, or you won't be able to travel, man, or it's going to be some consequences. That's what they're saying, and that's the times we're living in, man. So with that, I want to close it out by saying, call HALAL YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM QADASH. Double honors to my apostle elders, great millstone of well, and peace and salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom.